everything up to that lid and a little bit to the middle of it. So it's going to about here.
So we're here.
Well, it's all of this right here. This is the captured area. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Gotta let it refocus. I brought the camera up a little bit so it wouldn't be showing the tripod, or at least not much. Here. That's not too bad. It's going to about the top of this wing here.
Yeah.
That satisfy?
That works.
Okay.
Sweet.
Oh goodness. Don't want to unplug nothing by accident. And I bumped it. But that's not a big deal. I can adjust that. There we go. Okay. You can see your chat over there. Excellent.
Where is this going to be bad spot?
As long as you can get all the cards into play and they can be seen easily, then I don't think it matters. Yeah, it looks fine. Yeah. You don't want to be too much in the film?
Yeah. I just want my hands.
Really?
Nevertheless.
Don't want anybody looking at your
yes.
your fine calf muscles.
Yes.
You can see how like a more narrow table would make this a lot easier.
What if you caught it on the corner?
That might be worth trying if you want to try to. And the camera should have a little bit more room. I can move it, but I don't know if I can move it that far and keep it plugged in.
That's fine. Okay, cool. Well, that's pretty sweet. We got a real live in playtest session happening.
Yeah. Something new, right?
Yeah, something new, something changing up a little bit. For those that don't know, I am here, Ryan Steiner. We're going to do a little bit of testing. I have brought with me
Marcus.
Marcus is going to be here. We're going to test a little bit of some Phoenixes. He wanted to get some Phoenix matchups in, so we're going to go ahead and give that a shot. I'm pretty excited about this. Never done this before, and this is exciting. I'm going to give it that. So I'm going to run. He's got mono red Phoenix. We've got a little bit of
some spicy cards. We got some proxies.
We got a little bit of proxies.
But we'll announce them when we play them.
And I'm going to hit him with some regular Phoenix and an old style Word deck. I'll see if I can update it in the process. See how that goes. So with all that being said, we'll go ahead and get going. We'll talk through our lines and we'll have a good time, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sweet. Who be that? Hi, Scott. Who be that?
Who do you think it is, Scott?
Scott, I got the good old Marcus with me today. So, this will be fun. I'm excited. What do you think? You're not sure? You're not sure? Can you hear us well, buddy? Yeah, I mean, you can get in on this too if you want. Good. I'm glad you can hear. So I'm going to pile this bad boy.
Yeah, it'll see all the way to the end of the table here. So you can put your deck all the way to the side if you want.
For those that can't tell, I've got the hotness. I've got a Scalding Tarn, Steam Vents.
I have basic mountains in my deck.
Yeah.
This deck should technically have 3 Sunbaked Canyon. That's something we neglected to proxy.
You're gonna get baked out in the sun today?
So let's make those changes real quick. I am gonna mulligan though. It could also be technically Fiery Islets, but Sunbaked Canyon. Make them think you got white cards in your deck.
Canyon.
Canyon.
Canyon. There we go. You?
Y-O-N. Yon.
Canyon.
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 Yeah.
I'll learn to spell one day.
I would hope that you could hear us.
We tried all this effort just to get you here, Scott.
Yeah, this was the roundabout way of inviting you to playtest. So where you at?
Yeah, where you at?
So your hand looks pretty great. I'm kind of jealous.
I'm kind of jealous. Yeah, I'd be jelly too. I've got everything I want, I think, except for the turn 2
thing in
the ice. So we'll draw that. It'll be fine. We'll make that happen.
Yeah, a friend of mine equated electrostatic field in this deck to Thing in the Ice in that deck.
Really?
And the way it performs for the deck.
Interesting.
It might be wrong. He's kind of a loon, but sometimes crazy people figure things out.
I may or may not love you. We'll see later. How about that?
For now, he loves me, but he might love you later. All right, I'm going to go down to 6. 3, 6. All right, we got mountains and spells.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 lands is a little much, but with a 1-drop, can't complain too much. And I'm going to scry 1 and leave that on top.
Odd or even?
Odd. That's a 3.
That's a 3.
1.
Ow.
My board at.
It's boogie time.
And something neat about this kind of setup is like you could put the boogie board right here.
Yeah.
If you or like even a calculator, a smartphone app, something like that. If it'll write.
I'm going to 19.
Yeah.
And there we go.
It's right side up for us, upside down for them, but who cares?
That's all right. We
Yeah.
can.
There you go.
I go. Boom.
Yeah.
Boom.
So
you can
smart.
put it right there. It's probably
they
too
won't
far.
see that, but that's fine.
Right there.
That's one of the things about the smartphone apps.
Yeah.
Is they're small and you can just set it right there, out of the way.
Kind of big,
You
yeah.
just touch it to go up or down in life. But for now, we'll just go on with the game.
We'll wing it. I'll take my draw.
Yep.
Speaking of which, like I mentioned, I just needed to find the thing in
It's
the
like
ice.
he's cheating.
It might be. I'm going to start with the Scalding Tarn. We'll crack it. We'll pop me down to 18. I'm going to go dig for an island here.
Just
You can throw it at me. It's fine. I understand. I understand your torture. Then we'll Serum Visions it up. I'm going to draw my card. Another Faceless Looting, and we'll scry 2. We've got a land and another Manamorphose. I think these are both fine.
I don't know, like, the Manamorphose is just a redraw at this point, and you already have enough spells to
Yeah, you're right.
propel into the Phoenix, so at this point it's like just a wasted redraw.
Great.
The land is probably fine, though. You want at least 3 lands.
Yeah, I definitely want one more.
So, like, bottoming a land that will also give you utility if you end up flooding out is probably incorrect.
So we'll do that. We'll send her to ship it off.
So we're going to lead with looting.
I did. Oh, I guess it got changed. I'll put that back on. I did have it on there. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Scott. You're right.
Prowess trigger, of course. So we discarded a mountain. Like, honestly, just one of the worst spell cards in our hand, potentially, and we had an additional one and a light at the stage. We're probably going to cast the other light at the stage in our hand. It may have been correct to discard the finale instead of the light at the stage, but I think this is just the kind of game where I don't know if the second light at the stage is going to be as good. Play land. I think I want the opportunity to play light up stage this turn based off of combat damage, so I'm actually going to attack for 2. 16. And then I'm going to light up the stage post combat. And that is a Manamorphose Spike, and that's actually excellent for next turn. Because that leads for a huge hit
turn.
with this.
Yep.
And it's your turn. So these are exiled with the light of the stage right now.
I'm gonna go ahead and draw that fiery 8-lit. Probably just gonna go ahead and play it here. See if I can't save off shocking myself and them against
Can
burn.
you tap this for colorless and not take damage, right? I believe
so, yeah.
I believe you can.
I believe.
I can double check. I have a heated nurturing peeling. No, you always have to pay 1 life regardless. So if you're gonna pay any life, you might as well shock.
I'm gonna shock this in. So I'm gonna go down to 14. We'll play this bad boy.
It's hard to draw 4 when I'm riding sideways.
Nah, it's fine. And then we'll just try and hope to set up a really big turn and hope ours is better than his, I guess.
Right.
Yeah. So I really want to find like another Phoenix, so we'll see how things go about.
Another Swift Spear. So we're going to lead with the Metamorphose, making 2 red.
Yep.
Prowess Trigger. Drawing an Electrostatic Field. Electrostatic Field is actually probably how we're going to win the game here. If he doesn't flip Thing in the Ice, but if he flips Thing in the Ice, it's just worse. So, well, off the 2 red, we're just going to cast Swift Spear and then spike him. So that'll put him to 11.
Yep.
And then this is 2 Prowess Triggers and 1. And so we're going to attack for 3, 4, 5 total.
And I have to debate whether I want to block. He hasn't played his land yet. So I'm not sure whether that's going to be something I'm interested in. I don't want to lose this. But these are both Swift Spheres anyway, so they're both going to come back at me.
Block this, take 2, go to 9, you're dead to 3 burn spells. Because
Right.
you're at 9
Well, I
life.
would block here.
Right.
And then take the... Oh, this is 3?
Yeah, this is
sorry.
3, this is 2.
Yeah, so I would block something like this.
And that would put you to 9.
Right.
That would die to the Lightning Bolt. Let's say I had like land burn spell, right? This actually dies to just Gut Shot too.
Right, that was another
so,
consideration.
If you think about like, okay, maybe I don't have the land because I discarded it earlier, right? I discarded 1 off of a looting. Which is actually fair to assume that like the red deck would be greedy enough to discard a land, even if it doesn't have an additional land, because spells are more important, especially with a Swift Spear in play. That Gut Shot's more likely to be in hand. But so it doesn't matter which one you block. Because if you block here, you save a point of damage because they Gut Shot you, this goes to 4 power, this dies.
Right.
You block here, they Gut Shot this goes to 3, this dies. So blocking here I think is always correct in this situation.
Well, I would rather them take the damage to this than it is to me anyway.
Then if you're worried about Gut Shot specifically, then you block here.
Right.
But if you're trying to maximize your life with no interaction, then you block here.
And then I'm at 11, and then if let's just
so
say...
you're going to 9 minimum with no plays.
Now let's say if I don't block at all, I would take a good chunk.
3, 4, 5, that'll put you to 6, and I have 3 cards in hand still.
That sounds hot.
Yeah. And if I don't play another land, then you know they're all spells.
Yep. And see, the next turn I'm still going to have to deal with these coming back anyway.
Correct.
So I think I have to block here.
Just to play around the Gut Shot?
I'm just going to play around Gut Shot here.
Or even like land, lava, what's... Lava Dart. I keep forgetting what it's called.
Yeah.
And so you'll take 3 and go to 8.
So I'll take 3 and go to 8.
I guess 8 isn't really that different from
7.
7?
Nope.
The only difference being that like Burn Spell Lava Dart kills you on 8 with a single Swift Spear, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. It kills you a double Swift Spear. Like the Lava Dart would kill you at 9. So yeah, it's the same. I think the math is the same either way. So yep, that's it.
So we'll send it on back. I'll go ahead and draw a bolt for the turn.
Yep. For anybody that's curious, the Electrostatic Fields are in over Soulscar Mage. In this situation, Soulscar wouldn't have been any better than the Electrostatic Field, so it's not like this being in my hand is bad because it's this card. Had this been a situation where he missed Thing in the Ice on 2, I would have just jammed this and probably killed him on the following turn.
Probably. So I've got a little interesting. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to start here. And the one thing I have to ask myself is, am I flipping it this turn on my turn, or am I going to try and flip it on your turn?
So flipping it on my turn means I can't redeploy the Swift Spears to try to push potential lethal damage because you can flip it in combat. And waiting to flip it during my turn also means you have the ability to flip it in response to like a burn spell. So you protect it from removal, whereas like flipping it this turn, obviously it's protected from a burn spell. You get through 7 damage, put me on a clock. And then I have 2 guys that can come down, assuming I don't have another land because I didn't play one last turn. then we're in a spot with one of them getting, or at least 2 damage coming through, putting you to 6 minimum.
Mm-hmm. I think the line, so I think it is I'm going to wait and flip it on his turn. I'll get a Phoenix in the graveyard, attack you for 3. Flip it on your turn. Next turn, loot again and do 3 more spells again.
So you think about like Manamorphose, loot.
Loot, and then hold this up for your turn.
So you'll have 1 mana left over.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it just correct to Manamorphose, loot, and save the other Manamorphose?
It's possible.
I guess it depends on what you draw off the first Manamorphose.
Correct.
You do have another land. You just want to conserve, like, you don't want to waste mana, obviously.
Mm-hmm. So my thinking is, if I could get the Phoenix, next time we get a Manamorphose, loot, and you can just kill him. I'm not sure I can kill him.
I'm at 20.
Yeah,
so like 7, 10, 13 damage currently.
Yeah, and then I have to worry about these prowess triggers.
Right.
So I think you might be... Well, the thing is, I've got to keep a looting here for this when it flips and puts this back in my hand. Because when this gets out... Because I'm planning on putting this out, attack you for 3. And then it should be 7,
So you only
10,
want to cast 3 spells specifically. Because if you do double Manamorphose, then loot, then you can't cast another spell using the remaining mana.
Correct.
So it's Manamorphose, loot, or Manamorphose, loot, bolt. But you want to use the bolt during my turn so that you can flip the thing in the ice.
Yeah, I think I'm going to start here. I'm going to just bring back a red and a blue.
Actually, I don't know if that's correct. Because if you want to loot, you need double red.
Well, I don't want to loot because I want to put this back into the graveyard. So I want to loot next turn for sure.
Oh, so I guess it depends on what you would draw.
Right.
It's just like without a blue spell specifically, then you're forced to play land and Manamorphose again.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and put this down to 3. Depends on what you hit, right? A lot of it's all on what I hit.
So that's a land.
That's a land.
That's better than Fiery Inlet because it's 1 damage for 1 mana, guaranteed. Whereas Inlet is 1 damage for 1 mana, then another damage for another mana.
So I think I can probably safely go ahead and Faithless through here, and then make my decision based upon that because I've got this one here that I can go get.
So you have red-blue right now.
Yeah. So I think I'll use my red, and then I'll just loot here. Then I'll draw 2. And then I'm going to discard probably this Inlet and then the Phoenix here, I think.
Yeah, having drawn more lands, you don't need the Islet anymore. Inspire Bluff now comes into play untapped now.
So I'm going to go ahead and discard these 2. This is down to 2.
Yep.
And I think the fact that I have double bolt here makes me want to go ahead and bolt, and then go ahead and just attack again, and then force him to kill me next turn because then I kill him again.
Well, you can only kill 1 with the first bolt because the second bolt triggers this and flips it, bouncing this. Because you're at 2 counters.
Right.
So at that point, I think you just hold bolts for when I try to kill you, or try to crack back if I try to crack back with creatures.
The problem is I can't actually hold bolts up against these bad boys because they'll just get the prowess trigger.
You can.
And get bigger.
You let 1 prowess trigger resolve, and then respond if they either cast a second spell or in combat when you have to. Because the deck only has a limited number of instant speed threats.
So I've gotten 2 spells off this turn. I have to do another one here, no matter what.
I think bolting 1 of them is correct. Or you can just go straight to the dome. Because you currently have 7. Oh, you want to wait to flip this, right?
I think I might just do it here.
It might just be correct to flip it here since you can bolt 1 of these. Or because of the clock you put. Because you get 7, 10, 16. Which means you put me in a spot where I'm dead next turn if I don't kill you.
Yeah, so let's see. I'll flip both of these. Let's say Manamorphose, go to 1. I have double red. I can bolt you.
And you still have...
And then a Phoenix comes in,
You actually still have a blue floating.
Oh, I do still have a blue floating, which is
so you could tap this for red, make double red, and then you'll have a blue left if you need it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go for it. Okay. So we're gonna use these here. We'll do double red.
Yep. And this way, if you hit another looting or another bird, rather.
Yeah. Or just another bolt.
So you just drew all the bolts in the world.
All the bolts in the world. That's all we need. Bolts for days. So I've got double red here going. I'm gonna go ahead and bolt up top.
Yep. So put me to 17.
Yep. And then this thing will flip.
Please get back.
And then we can bolt up top again.
14.
And then we can go to combat.
And hit me for 10, putting me to 4.
We get the bird back. I wonder if it's correct to probably faceless through here instead of the second bolt.
No, like I think the like what risk do you put it? Are you put it by not bolting?
Well, what's the difference?
The looting.
I might get another birdie.
That's fair.
I think it's better to
because that's like 3 more points of damage technically. So yeah, I guess it's better to just
So
loot.
we'll put you back up.
If you hit a bird, then it's the same damage.
So I hit 2 lands, and then I'm just going to bend the 2
Yep.
lands.
So I'll be at 7 because I'll take 3 less damage.
So and then I know I'm swinging this for certain.
You might leave the blocker back.
But I think I might leave the blocker back.
Let's see. If you leave the blocker back, that puts me at 10. And then I'm dead to this. But I could block this.
That's 3, 6, 9.
If I block this, you bolt the blocker, then it's 10. Yeah, it's fine to leave me at 10.
It is. I don't know if you hit a bird. Upwards of 6. I don't know.
Daddy.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm talking. Go finish watching TV. Alright, I think that's my turn.
Yep.
Seems
Alright.
like it's it.
It's a lava dart. I didn't draw any phoenixes, so I don't have any like explosive damage here to go along with burn spells. I have electrostatic field. I have double swift spear. If I land double swift spear, I don't know he has the 2 bolts. It insulates me against a single bolt because this thing doesn't have trample, right?
Nope.
Okay. Like double swift spear insulates me against a single bolt. He's already used 1 bolt, so I can assume that like at most he would have 1 more likely. And then I don't just die, but that gives me a turn to do what? You're at 8 life, so if I was to just double swift spear and pass, right? Thinking like, okay, I'm dead to double removal spell, but not single removal spell. Then I can draw it into what here? 3.
I wonder if it's right to Swift Spear, play Swift Spear, and then bolt this.
Like just bolt it, play a swift spear, and hit you for 2, or
no, you can
leave
just
a blocker.
You could either attack me here or not attack me, which I feel like not attacking me might be correct. But you could bolt this, play Swift Sphere. But you bolt this on in my attack.
That's
phase.
fair. Yeah, I would wait until combat.
Yeah.
And then like that also makes it you're forced to interact first.
Mm-hmm. But I don't know if this is the correct line because it's a very defensive line, and you really can't.
The only way I'm winning here is if like next turn I draw looting plus looting into bird land, cast 2 more spells, and win that way.
Right.
With what's in your hand at least. If I was to just because you discard double land, your hand is like either all lands or all gas.
Correct.
And the deck plays 21 lands.
Less than that, I think it's 19.
Yeah, so it's like the likelihood when there's 4 lands in your yard that you have more lands in hand, not very high. So I would probably just go with the double swift spear plan because this lets me win if you have no removal spells, right? Like that's the thought process, I believe.
Okay.
And then I would just pass.
Okay.
Like the other line where I leave 1 up leaves me alive in the event that you have any removal spells. But am I winning that way?
As we get here and we go about it again, I wonder.
We know that this is the line, fate with 1 removal spell, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go with the line of thinking of at least 1 removal spell because we know with this information I'm going to lose regardless.
Correct.
So we'll go back and just see how it plays out because the top of my deck is what matters now.
Correct.
And the top of your deck.
So I'll just draw more.
So you have 1 red. You have 2 red, 1 blue.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't double bolt and magmatic sinkhole me.
Correct.
But you can bolt here, or just sinkhole it. It's probably correct anyways. And then
yeah, I'll probably just
loot first because if you hit another bird, then you can just kill me, right?
Well, if I sinkhole this, right,
Right.
and then I swing here, bolt of these. You kill this, you take 7. Go
Right.
to 3.
Yeah.
Bolt you.
Yeah. Correct. Yeah, because I'm playing around the idea of you have a removal spell and 1 removal spell, right? not the idea that you have multiple ways to not only burn plus kill. So yeah, so I'm dead on this line too, because you still have the double bolt even without the magnetic sinkhole. Yeah, it's a top card. Good shot, yeah. That wouldn't have done it.
Sometimes it's good to just be lucky to draw your thing on.
Yeah, just draw a thing of the ice on your first turn.
Yeah, it's whenever you need it.
And, you know, also draw 3 bolts, you know?
Yep. So I've added a couple of the new cards into this particular Phoenix deck. The land I put in here, I put in 1. And then I've got 1 Magmatic Insight.
Sinkhole.
Magmatic Sinkhole.
Magmatic Insight was Sphinx's tutelage's best friend.
Oh, yes. So they're in there, and we're giving those a little rundown. I think they're both correct. It's very small. Very, very small. I've got 2 finalities, and I've stuck with the promises. I mean, the final promises, and then I've stuck with the Ascensions.
Yeah, I like Pyromancer's Ascension a lot. I think the new enchantment's pretty solid, but like Ascension is just like the kind of card that if it sticks around, it's going to win you the game. Like almost guaranteed, right?
Something like
I think it's just that the other enchantment's 1 mana, right?
No, it's actually, I think it's 3.
Is it?
What does it do? 3. So the Arias, I can't remember off the top of my head, but when it enters the battlefield, your opponent gains 10 life, I think. And then for every spell you cast, you put a counter on it, and then it takes an extra damage for each counter. It takes a damage for a counter. So
that's not bad.
Yeah, at about, I believe the number was 4 is when you start to break even, and everything past that is just bonkers.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Huh? It just seems like a longer game card. Oh no, I guess it's a variance type of thing, right? It's guaranteed over time regardless of what spells you cast. Whereas the other card is like hey, if you just have all the cards together, it does the thing, right? So this hand's not great, but it's actually not bad. So I have Double Bird, Reveler doesn't matter, but I have this. So I have turn 1 Swift Spear, turn 2 attack light up the stage.
Okay.
So I'm hoping to get lucky, but if I get lucky, I probably don't lose.
That's one way to look at it. Yeah.
Because like a single land lets me play this. A single looting dumps these into the yard. The deck has a bunch of 1 mana and free spells in it. It's the kind of hand that I would keep.
It's a little risky.
It is a little risky for sure.
Yeah.
It pays off really well if you hit anything that's not just like 1 mana burn spells.
Right. So I've got the new Horizon Canopy land. And then I've got 2 lands here with a Phoenix and some little bit of interaction with a cantrip. It's an okay hand. It's not like on the top of the curve. I'm looking for either obviously a thing on 2 or a Faithless Looting to kind of fold this hand all together. So this is kind of a little bit of a control hand. I kind of like it. I'm going to run it, see where it goes with it.
And like if you're knowing you're playing against a mono red deck anyways, Bolt on 1 is very, very good.
Yep. So who went first last time?
I did.
Okay.
So you can start this one.
I'll start off?
Yeah.
And then I'll just do...
Going second makes this hand worse, because it's worse versus Thing in the Ice, but I'd still keep it.
Would you?
Because I get to draw another card.
Okay.
And that's an electrostatic field, so we're going to land, Swift Spear, 1U.
And then I'm just going to go ahead and bolt the thing.
Yep. And then pass.
Draw for turn was a Serum Visions.
So this is one of those spots that's good to note. These electrostatic fields would be better as Soulscar Mages if I don't draw any more lands, just because I could actually cast them at least.
I'm going to go Island Visions. I'll draw another Visions, which is great.
But we're also aware that this is a greedy keep, too.
We've got Finale and Opt.
And that's off of Visions?
This is off of the Visions, so I'm trying to figure out a scry.
You probably don't need the Finale. You're not trying to really grind out any. Like, you might be in a spot where you want to, like, bolt something plus scry. So maybe that matters.
I think the real thing to think about is here is I'm going to cast this Thought Scour at the end of turn anyway. And I don't think either one of these is a Phoenix.
That's fair. Yeah, if you're going to Thought Scour regardless anyways.
So I'm going to go ahead and bottom both of these. And I'm going to pass it off.
And that's a Metamorphose. And I got to pass, because, you know, I had a greedy keep.
Yeah, and then I'll go ahead and Thought Scour.
But that's okay. Sometimes it doesn't pay off. This is one of those learning experience things, you know?
Alright, so I've drawn an off for turn while pitching these 2. And then for my turn, I'm going to draw a final.
So it's good that you didn't keep the Finale because you ended up drawing it to another anyways.
So I'm going to go ahead and we'll start with an Opt. We're going to hope to find...
Wouldn't you want a Serum Visions?
So
it looks deeper. And I guess if you're trying to draw something specifically for this turn, Opt is better. Whereas Serum Visions is better if you're trying to set up next turn.
Yeah. Currently, I don't have a way to continue on with this turn, so I'm definitely setting it for next turn.
Then you would want to cast Serum Visions and not Opt, right?
Well, no, I'll draw one of the
because
cards.
this goes 2 cards deeper.
Right. Okay. So we'll go Serum Visions. We'll draw a rando.
Right. Because the card you draw doesn't actually matter unless it's specifically one card. So weird thing is Lava Axe is actually pretty good against this deck because of the electrostatic fields.
Right. Right. So neither one of these is the, shall we say, the finale in this match is great. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I think it is good for sure.
I feel like it's great.
Like, casting multiple spells is always fine.
Yeah, I don't know either of these. None of them are Faithless Looting that I'm looking for.
Like the fact that the Lava Axe or Lightning Axe will let you kill something.
And I think I would say I'm probably, this would be the only card I think about just because I could discard this. And
right.
It's probably correct because I'm supposed to be in the control role-ish.
Right, and at worst, like the following turn, you have multiple cantrips.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and leave this here, followed by this Rainforest going to go on the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and I'll set up the Serum Visions for next turn. We'll draw the Lightning Axe that I want for this turn.
Yep.
And then we'll set up the Faithless Looting is great, the Surgical not so much.
Yeah, at this point, if let's just say this was a game 1, you wouldn't know what type of deck this was. Though Surgicaling, Swift Spear, not the worst.
I'm not even going to play around with that game.
You did find the looting.
So I did find the looting, but I think the looting is irrelevant at this moment.
If I don't play a creature, then it's not irrelevant.
Correct. So I'll leave that on there. Looting's just sometimes just too good.
And
if
just
not, I can save it for later.
Fine.
And then we'll play the
Islet.
The Islet.
And we'll draw a land. And cast an electrostatic field. And pass.
Alright, and we're going to go ahead and take it down. I lose a life in this transaction. So
and like I said, this is one of those points where had this just been Soulscar Mage, could have came down on the second turn and got in maybe 2 points of damage before it died. So
I'll draw for turn. We've drawn the Faithless Looting. I think I'm just going to Finale for 1 and Bolt.
Serum Visions Bolt. Yeah.
Or I could also Thought Scour Serum Visions.
Do you want to dig deeper or do you want to chip?
Probably Diggy.
Yeah, if you're just trying to like set up for like a 1-turn kill type of deal, then digging deeper is probably better.
Yeah.
Because you're more, like not even necessarily 1-turn kill, just finding more Phoenixes.
Yes. And I think that's what I'm going to do here, because this is going to be the turn where
so
the question
finale
is,
for 1?
I'm going to Finale for 1, I'll lose
1. So
I'll lose 1 in the process. Now the question is, how do I stack these?
You want this one to be first, because you'll get to scry 2 before you mill.
Okay, because I'm specifically just looking for Phoenixes?
Right.
Okay, so we'll draw a card. Drake's great.
Yep. Especially in this slower game.
Then I'll probably just dump both of these.
Yep.
Alright.
And then you'll mill 2.
And I'll mill 2. This will get exiled. Mill 2. 1, 2. And I'll draw the Phoenix here. And then we'll just go hiya.
Yep, 3 me, 17.
We'll ship it back.
Land. Bird. No 1-mana spells is a little painful. So, like, I could... Yeah, it's probably leaning just a bit. Here. It might be a little too tight. I might have to get up and fix it. Yeah, it looks fine. Got that up a little bit. So I could like Manamorphose, make 2 mana, draw a card. Then I have 3 mana. At worst, I could light up the stage, but I've already played my land for the turn. So I drew this land for turn. Options, like I could play the Electrostatic Field. It's slow, but it's not bad on the next turn. Because like Manamorphose and the light up the stage for 1, stuff like that, right?
Yeah, I think setting your next turn up is probably the best thing to be doing.
Like, because I'm not just like immediately dead here. You don't have a thing in the ice or anything, so it's probably correct to play the land and just play the Electrostatic Field.
Yep.
And pass.
Alright, so I'm going to draw a mountain for turn. It's not a horrible draw here. It's very interesting. I could just jam this Drake, or I could go ahead and take the field out.
And that's an instant?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to kill the field, it's probably best to do it before I can start casting sorcery speed spells. Because that'll save you some damage. But that's if you're going to kill it. Jamming the Drake lets you close the game very quickly. So, like, do you think you just die if I untap with 3 mana and electrostatic field in play?
Probably not. Not at 18.
And
Going to
on
17.
top of that, do you die, or do I die next turn if you cast a Drake this turn?
Yes. I feel like that is truth.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
You could
8,
put
9.
And you could put 1, 2, 3,
more in.
4 more
Yeah,
in the yard. And actually, you could hit one of your own and multiply that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we're gonna go the Drake plan.
And I'm currently at 17. You're gonna hit me at 11. So yeah, so I am dead next turn if I don't kill you or don't answer the Drake.
So I'll go ahead and jam the Drake. I'll lose a life in the process. Go to 17. Draw a card. Sweet. Sweet.
And I'll take 3 because I don't have reach.
And then we'll send it off.
Alright. Well, that's a land. That's actually not terrible. Oddly enough. So we're going to Manamorphose, make 2 red. Trigger, you take 1.
Mm-hmm.
So now I have Spectacle. So that's 16. And I'm going to draw a card for the Manamorphose. That's a Lava Dart. So we're going to use 1 of those red. For light stage, you take 1, go to 15. Okay, things might get nasty real fast.
We're going to do this upside down. There we go.
We're going to cast one of the lootings we hit off the light stage. Trigger.
14.
Discarding Double Bird.
Oh boy.
We're going to cast... What's lootings in the yard? I have 1, 2, 3 spells in the yard. I'm going to play land for turn. Tap 1. To looting, I think. No. Because this is equal to 4 damage. And I've cast 3 spells already with looting, light up the stage, Manamorphose, so I get both my birds back. I throw both the birds in the air. You're at 14, that's 6 damage, puts you to 8. And that's if you don't block.
Is Lava Dart an instant or sorcery?
It's an instant.
Okay.
So like I could, because I don't have to Lava Dart now or later. The only reason why looting first would be correct is if I hit another Phoenix.
Now you've already played your land per turn?
I have, yes. Okay. So what do you think? Do you think it's correct to just put 2 Phoenixes into the air? Or actually, you know what?
I think it's probably better to loot here.
Yeah, just loot, see what I find, and at worst, I can just leave 2 Phoenixes up as blockers.
If you want to.
Like, the problem here is that, like, you have a surgical, so they're just going to be gone anyways. But I think looting is correct. So, ping you for 1, go to 13.
Yep.
Draw 2. Discard double land.
Yep. What'd you draw?
I drew a light at the stage and a land. So this is in the yard.
I think you try to go to combat first.
Yeah.
Because there may be a situation where, like, if they get, let's say they come back, I may want to, if you're planning on swinging them, I may block.
Right.
And then you can
then
dart it off.
Right. Yeah, no, I think that's correct. Because I still have the 1 mana open.
Yeah.
It's
just
so
a matter.
I'd move to combat.
And then I would search it.
Yep. So you take 2.
Yeah.
Go to 11.
Yep. And then, like, the question you have to ask yourself is, though, let's just pretend to say we didn't have surgical, would you have attacked with both or just 1?
Let's see. You were at 13. That would have put you to 7. I wouldn't have attacked with either.
With either. Okay.
Yeah, I would have just left them both as blockers.
Makes sense. All right.
Just because of this big Drake in play.
The big Drake, and then you can probably get them all back next.
So my other line here is to just like play light at the stage and hope you can't kill me somehow. So you're gonna take 1.
Alright, so I'll go to 10.
Yep. And so I have these in exile for next turn, and let's just see if I don't die. So they just play to light the stage.
Okay. If you run across a bird, go ahead and just remove it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're fine. I don't think it'll be enough time left anyway.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I'm going to go ahead and
I'll just
draw.
go and remove them now. I guess I would hit something different. I'll just go ahead and remove them, shuffle up, and then big bird.
I think I'm going to spend my turn opting. We'll start there. We'll go ahead and opt here. Opt finds another opt. I think at this point just spells are fine.
Yeah, like cantripping into cantrips is more damage.
Yeah, so we'll do that. And then we'll go ahead and opt again. And we're going to leave that on top because we're definitely planning on...
Don't go.
I got
Draw your card.
Yep,
There you
draw
go.
my card for turn. And then we're going to go ahead and Faithless Suit. Draw 2. We hit a Spire buff and then another Seer Visions. We'll go ahead and discard these two here.
Yep.
And then we can't do anything, but we'll play this. We'll fetch, go down to 9. Go get an island here.
Yeah, I'm actually dead to just this.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
I'm dead.
So, and then I would just continue casting my spells. And
So, to note there, it wouldn't have been nearly as close as it was without the electrostatic field, because it actually did a good chunk of damage there. I think it alone did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage to you with triggers.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, had that been a Soulscar Mage, like, it literally could have just chose to block it.
Right. It's interesting to think that I probably would have. I might have changed my turn based on the turn where I played the Drake. I might have just killed the Soulscar Mage
Right.
over the
Field, yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. It's still the same amount of damage though. So.
It's
And if I
it's
thought I was
one less damage.
Yeah, if I thought I was safer there, then I should have still made the same line anyway.
Right.
So.
Because the electrostatic field is like guaranteed damage.
Mhm.
So like if you're worried about dying at all ever, then you kill the thing always. So like that was just a good example of like showing actually both factors of how electrostatic mage is like good and bad. Like I got stuck on lands for a turn or two, and so I wasn't able to cast it on 2.
Yeah.
But then like getting it into play was not bad. Like it did 5 damage. Where'd the pen go?
So I got a pretty interesting hand. I got a 3-lander. It has a Ascension, a Metamorphose, and double Faithless Looting. I can't see
Yeah.
a reason why not to keep
It's
this
not
hand.
a bad hand. It doesn't have anything actually going on, but like early Ascension is always good.
Yeah.
So I already have 2 lands, so I'm already keeping this. Unless these last 2 cards are lands.
They are not. They are straight gas.
No, this hand's great. Faithless Looting, Bird,
Yep.
Bedlam Reveler, Lava Spike.
Yep.
Yeah, this
Sounds
hand's
great. I went first this time, so you go ahead and do
Alright, so we're gonna lead with land into looting because we want to set up for like Metamorphose plus something else next turn. We don't have another turn we'll play right now, anyways.
Right. And what's interesting with this deck particularly is like the lootings and the birds really just don't care how soon they get into the graveyard, just as long as it happens.
So what's the worst card in my hand? Light Up Stage or Bedlam Reveler? Reveler, right?
You probably want that Reveler for later. I wonder if it's Gut Shot.
Is it a good shot? This lets me put a bird into play next turn.
And then speed is everything as well. So probably
Play
the Reveler.
Yeah, because this is going to get me 2 cards regardless next turn.
Yep.
Like, I don't want to do it, but it's probably just, like, the best
Yep.
card, the worst card in my hand at this time. Because I'm only going to get maybe 2 or 3 more turns.
I go ahead and draw. Drew a land. We'll start off with Sparbow Canal, and then we're going to go ahead and Faithless Loop.
Yeah, being on the play versus being on the draw with this deck is insanely different.
Yes. I'll draw a land and the Seer Visions. We're going to go ahead and pitch probably the Steam Vents And
You don't want to shock if you don't have to.
and this Misty. And we'll keep the 2 lands that will let us get a basic and
Not do damage.
not do damage.
Yeah.
And then that will do my turn here.
So that's a land. Drawing the Swift Spear here changes things a little bit. Like
I think your turn. Yeah, it does change. Just a
like
tad.
just the fact that this can deal as much damage as it can between this turn and next turn. Like I feel like I just want to like play Swift Spear, Lava Spike you, and then next turn I still have the ability to put the Phoenix into play.
Yeah, that sounds fine.
And like if I draw like a Metamorphose
Mm-hmm.
off the top,
Well,
like
we're 100% casting Swift Spear this
Yeah.
turn.
correct.
So it's just a matter of whether we want to light up the stage this turn or we want to Lava Spike this turn. And then I guess we have to ask ourselves about maximizing damage, and I think Lava Spike helps maximize the most amount of damage.
Yeah, because I played a land this turn already, I don't want to play land this stage because if I hit double land, then I whiff out on lands.
Okay.
So Lava Spike you for 3, and then
Okay.
hit you for 2 for a total of 5,
So if I go to 15,
and then pass.
and then I'm just going to probably get steamrolled this game,
Like you didn't draw a bolt for the early creature.
and I'm just casting a 2-drop enchantment here. I
Okay.
wonder if it's correct to start like trying to find things over
Like maybe
casting
you're
this.
supposed to like because if the idea is that you're just gonna lose if you cast Pyromancer's Ascension, then you just can't do that, right?
But then it's one of those ones where if I can get it going, it's like hot.
You probably just win if you
Right.
untap with it.
I guess we'll play along that line. We'll see what happens. I think this might be incorrect.
We'll see what happens. So I drew a land. So it's lead with Gutshot you. Cross trigger.
Yes. So I'll go to 14,
And I go to 18.
and we've got an 8 over here.
I'll pay 1 for light up the stage. Cross trigger.
Yep.
Finale of Promise. Mountain. So like we would have only hit 1 mountain off of that, so that's fine, but this way I can keep this one in my hand and play the one for my exile.
Mm-hmm.
And then
You're gonna bolt here.
lightning bolt you.
Yep. I'll go to 11,
Combat and 7.
and I'm going to go to.
And you're just dead to finale next turn. Because I just finale for 1, bolt, spike you.
Yep. I ain't doing anything. So to look at like my top 3
Yep.
cards, and one's gonna be a Phoenix.
The other line would be, let's see what you could have done this past turn if you didn't play the Ascension.
So if I didn't play the Ascension, I would have started with Metamorphose, made a red and a blue, would have drawn an Opt, to which then I probably would have Serum Vision, drawn a Phoenix, Thing in the Ice, and a Mountain.
You haven't played a land yet. And if you're just like trying to either kill this or like put a blocker into play, then it doesn't matter if you fetch. So
I think I have to put both of these down to the bottom. The Thing and the Mountain I don't think are going to do anything.
well, because you're gonna have to fetch anyways.
Wait, I'm
so-
going to fetch anyways, but I have a
Right.
red floating, so I'm using the red to cast this Faceless Looting, and
Right.
yeah, so I'm going to ship both of these.
It's like it actually doesn't matter if you do it or not because you have to
I have
fetch.
to fetch, yeah. So, and then the question is, am I going to? I'm probably just going to go ahead and do this.
Getting a.
I'm going to go get the island.
Well, then you can't loot.
I've got a red floating.
You put red blue and did the blue with the Serum Visions.
Yeah, I'm going to go get an island. I'm not.
Oh, I thought you were gonna play the looting.
No.
Okay. No, that's correct. Island does in fact cast Opt.
Yes. So I'm going to get the Opt going. See what comes out of this. Now I know Finality exists, correct?
You don't know it's in my hand.
Well, I don't know because you haven't done your.
I drew
exclusive-
this finale. So
Did it come off the light?
no, the light of the stage was the
land finale.
The oh no, yeah, it was finale land.
Yeah, I
so
don't-
you know the finale
I
exists.
technically don't know that it exists because this
Not
is my
yet,
turn.
correct.
Yeah, so we.
This
well,
is before I kill you.
speaking of which, I didn't have all this mana.
Well, I'm just saying the turn before.
I didn't have this. I can't play 3 lands in a turn, or 2 lands in a turn.
Oh, yeah, you're right,
Yeah,
yeah.
I would have just.
Yeah, you're right.
So this is still sitting here inside the deck.
You're right. Yep.
Yep.
We're thinking you still had a land drop.
And then we'd Faithless Loot here. We'd draw 2. We'd discard land, Phoenix, and then we would get a Phoenix back.
And that can block. So you would
But
have
then we
taken 4 less.
Yeah, we would have. Well, I would have attacked because this wasn't. No, that was here. Yeah,
This was still in play. This was not. I had the bird in the yard, and 2 lands. So, like, do you attack for 3 or do you hold a blocker?
Probably hold a blocker.
For the Swift Spear?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's correct. Just because you know this can get up to minimum 3 power.
Mm-hmm.
And with the Burn in the Yard, probably 4 power. So you absorb 4 damage.
You would have...
You end up at... you would have... Well, because you took 7, went to 4.
This probably. Or which one of these?
Yeah, I would have bolted it.
You could have gut shot it.
I cast these 3 this turn.
Okay.
So I would have bolted it and gotten the 4 damage through, so you would have been up 1 life.
Daddy.
Or you would have been up 3 instead of 4 life.
Yep.
Putting you to 5 and still dead to finale.
Yep. Okay. Sounds good. So we'll pack that one up and go back at it again.
He went to give the small human nourishment.
Alright. I am back and ready for battle.
Hey, got a game. Because I cast Swift Spear on 1. Go on the play. Well, no, I cast it on 2 actually. Yeah, I didn't cast it turn 1. I looted turn 1 that game.
I didn't have triple bolt.
You
I
did not have
didn't have any
bolts.
removal. Yeah, no removal that game.
No bolts, no lava axe, no magmatic garbage. This deck's actually really cheap to build in paper. The Phoenix deck.
The Phoenix being the only
$300
biggie.
or something.
Yeah, something like that. Oh, Metamorphosis. Like
Metamorphoses, Phoenixes, and then the Sunbaked Canyons.
Yep. So I think I start this one off.
Yeah.
Alright, hand looks already hot garbage. Maybe there.
Alright,
maybe
so
looting can fix this out.
If mountains triggered prowess, I would keep this.
Yeah. I don't know how you feel about my one-lander with an island.
One-lander island with Serum Visions, I think that's fine. Just because you have Serum Visions and you're on the play. Well, actually, be on the play, I don't know. If you're on the draw, I'd keep it.
I probably should this back.
Alright, so I would have got pretty decent cards had I kept this hand,
Yeah.
but definitely not keeping it. Granted, it's the 18 lane deck. If I have 5 lanes in my hand, I can only draw spells, right? That's the rule.
Correct. Until you just learn that math doesn't really work the way you want it to.
Right. Till probability doesn't care about my feelings.
Yes.
Just out of habit.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'll be playtesting with Shane, and I'll tell him we don't need a cut, and then offer him my deck to cut, just out of habit. Alright, so I had a 5-lander, now I have a 0-lander.
Yeah, I have the opposite. I've got a red man with blue spells.
Alright, it's going to be the Mulligan to 5 showdown.
So we'll jam, what, best of 5 here?
Sure.
So then we'll move on.
It's currently 2-1.
2-1, yep.
Unfortunately, this is all I'm going to be playing because it's the deck that I'm trying to play next weekend. Not this coming weekend, but the following weekend in Duluth. But he's going to play something different.
I got some space.
Alright, so I have a land. I'll keep.
I got cantrips. Land.
I have burn spell, draw spell, land.
Yeah.
So, scry, and we're going to bottom that. Note, had this electrostatic field been a Soulscar Mage, I would have kept it on top.
Interesting. I have Phoenix on top. I don't know what the hell I want to do with that. I'm probably going to shuffle it away. So.
And
Well, actually, I'm going to draw it.
it was me, you, me, so you're on the play this game? Yeah.
Yep. So it doesn't really matter what I do with that thing.
Because
Anyway.
you're not going to fetch first then?
I'm good.
Because if you fetch, then it's gone.
Yeah. It doesn't really matter what I'm going to do with it.
Right.
I'm going to go ahead and fetch Shock. So I'll go to 17 here. I want to make sure I have all my colors
Right.
at this stage, meaning it's my only land.
Yeah, you don't want to fetch an island and then draw nothing but red spells and not be able to cast
Yep.
them.
So we'll Serum Visions. This is going to be a little better. This is more of a setup than it would be this. So we're going to draw Phoenix like we planned. And
right?
yep. And then we're going to scry 2.
And both of us go to the bottom, right?
Yeah, there's no land
You'd
here.
like to keep them, but...
And, well, they don't really do too much.
You'd like to keep them if you had another land.
This is true. I wonder if it's correct to keep them Anamorphose.
You don't get to draw this turn, but
I'll
you draw next
turn. And then...
And that means your next turn is just opting? Is
I'm
that
opting for a land?
if we're saying, let's say you know you're playing against burn, it's not good enough.
Yeah.
If you don't know what you're playing against, it's probably okay.
I just wonder if it's one of those ones where it's like a setup for the later turns. But I
Right.
feel like with this in the deck, like I don't have to set up.
Right,
I
you just
have
cast
to,
it.
I just have to cast it for 3.
So you need more lands.
Yeah.
So we're drawing a land, and that's excellent. Don't really want to loot without a bird in hand or
Or bad
prowess
cards,
threat.
yeah.
So we'll just pass.
I'm gonna draw. Thing in the ice return. It's adorable. I'm gonna go ahead and opt.
The best 2-mana spell in your deck.
Yep. We've got another Serum Visions on top. This isn't a land,
Daddy.
so I'm gonna go ahead and pop it off, and then I will draw said land for turn. Nope. All right, that's it for me.
Because I think I just want to conserve every lightning bolt style effect for every prowess trigger possible, especially since he's missed a land drop. So I'm not going to bother casting a bolt here. So we're going to play the land. And
I think you might be. What's that? Is that a Metamorphose?
Like at worst,
I think you're probably supposed to phase this out here.
I think that's correct.
Yeah.
So before I play this.
Yep.
So we'll loot. Ditch the dart.
And probably a mana.
No, because I can cast Metamorphose next turn. But Good Shot is also free. Yeah, whatever, we're burn deck now.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's like you're gonna go on the bird plane.
Play this and Lava Spike you.
Yep.
And I'll take 1. So you'll be at 14, I'll be at 19. Your turn.
And I'll draw no land this turn either. We're gonna go ahead and opt.
It's just those 5-card hands, right? Well,
I want this and then I don't want this, but we're gonna pop it.
you just like need a land immediately.
Yeah, I need a land right now. We're not gonna find it. We are done for turn.
So I drew another land. That sucks.
Well, that's
So-
not fine. It's fine because you've got the Sunbaked Canyon loose.
Yeah, and it's pay 2, right?
No, it's 1.
Pay 1.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's just 1.
deal.
Deal.
Yeah, looting in the yard. A lava dart in the yard.
Yeah, you're probably not gonna do either one of those.
just pass.
You're just gonna pass the turn. Yep.
This weird hand where I didn't have a creature to just steamroll you.
Yep. I hit my land. I'm gonna go ahead and do the obvious 2-mana play.
I'm gonna kill it.
Yep, and he's just gonna knock it down.
Don't really want to do that, but like.
So you just paid for
Yeah, I
it
just
off of
paid
the
for it.
mana? Okay. Yep. I see, like, this is the one tiny problem I have with this mono red deck is the fact that, you know, if you don't have a prowess creature, you're not really doing much. So trying to be a burn deck is really bad. It does not
what
play
is a
burn
creature?
deck. Oh, yeah, speaking of which, there's Daddy. Daddy's home. Or I guess
Um,
it's Taylor. Taylor's home. Taylor Swift's home.
And we're gonna bolt.
Yep.
We actually have the ability to like cast Faithless Looting next turn and a Lava Dart. So we have 2 spells minimum, not including anything we may draw for looting, or and we still have the Sunback to Canyon activation. So I think it's fine to 5
Bolt
you,
me and then 5 me.
2 to 9. Your turn. It actually, I misread Lava Dart the first time looking at it. I didn't realize the only flashback cost was sacrificing a mountain.
Yeah,
So it's one land, deal 2. It's a shock.
Yep.
That just only, you know, 1/2 of it costs a land. And the fact that you can discard off of stuff like looting and not feel bad about it.
Right. Huh. I'm in a weird spot. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to go ahead and Thought Scour myself. We'll do 1, 2, draw. That's a perfect card I wanted to draw there. I wanted to draw an untapped red land specifically. And then we're going to go ahead and Thought Scour again. And 1, and 2.
The bolt would have been nice.
The bolt would have been great. Hey, look, there's a Phoenix. We'll play the red land. And we'll go ahead and scour again. There we go.
There's a bird.
There we go.
So that either gets you a blocker or 3 damage.
Currently at 9, I'm just going to hold it back. 9
And
new
I
cards.
think that's it, right?
That'll do me. Next turn.
Battle Marveler is an excellent draw.
Yep, that's one of the good cards to draw when you're trying to do the burden plan. So you're probably just going to cast a Battle Marveler.
For 2, I'll draw 3.
Yep. And then you're restocked up again.
I'm gonna Lava Dart you for 1, Browse Trigger. And then cast Light of the Stage. Browse Trigger.
Okay. And we're going to put you to 18.
And then I'm gonna attack for 3.
And I'm going to go ahead and block it. Boo, 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 boo.
And pass.
Alright, what did you hit?
Gut Shot, Light of the Stage.
Oh boy. So, like, a really good draw for me would be something like Faithless Looting. Mountain isn't amazing here.
Obviously, would have felt great had I known I was going to hit Gut Shot, because I would have Lava Darted the bird and then Gut Shot the bird.
Right.
You know, and then hit you for 5.
It doesn't work that way sometimes.
Probability does not care about your feelings.
Let's see. Weird spot here. I think we can go ahead and probably finale here. Or final, however you want to say it.
Yeah, it's finale.
And we'll
So you
take
can
a
bolt.
bolt here. And the Seer Visions.
Yeah. Can I do anything in response to that? No, I don't have anything. If I still had the Lava Dart in the yard, I technically could have. I could have Gut Shot you, Lava Darted you. But I also wouldn't have been in this position where you were like almost dead. Because well, you're at 9 and I hit you with the Lava Dart, so you would be at 8. Yeah, that's 8. That's 8. Yeah, just so bunch of circles on top.
Yeah, so I've got a Spiral of Canal. That's an easy go to the bottom.
Yeah.
The only card I'm thinking about is this Lightning Bolt, and I'm trying to figure out exactly what I want to do with it. I don't think I'm going to need it as next turn or this turn. I'm getting this back, and I'm just jumping here again.
Assuming I don't kill it.
Yeah. And then if you do kill it, I'm probably dead anyway. And
Let's see, this is 3, 4, 5, land, kill, 6. I mean, you're at 2, assuming I like literally just cast one more spell outside of what you know, and that includes killing the thing.
Yeah. The thing though is like this doesn't remove
doesn't
this,
kill it.
so this has to go to the bottom. I'm not on a race or anything. I'm still looking for like a Faithless Looting. So I'll push both of these down.
Then you get another
Or
bird.
get a birdie back. And I will play... I want to play this here. And I'll pass it.
Alright, so land isn't bad. Gut Shot you, Browse Trigger. I'll pay 2 to do it.
Yep.
Light of the Stage.
Down to 16.
Paying 1, Browse Trigger.
You paid 1?
Yes.
Well,
Well, I paid 1 and 1
okay,
mana.
okay.
Play land.
And what else did you hit?
Metamorphose.
Oh boy.
Metamorphose.
15.
Take 2 red.
Yeah, you're Metamorphose.
Oh yeah, 1 crit. So I have 2 red. Play the land. Light of the Stage.
1 red.
Bolt the bird.
Bolt the bird.
And then you take 8.
And then I take 8, and there we go.
Because, you know, Monterey Phoenix things.
Hey, Bennett. Yes, it is cardboard today. We're testing out some new stuff here. We got a camera going. We're playing a little bit of cardboard, so it's pretty neat. We're trying that out. Scott, why are you playing Huey? Like, you know, you shouldn't have even signed up for that, by the way. I'm just saying.
Huey Jensen.
Huey Jensen, yeah. Yeah, Scott's for some reason decided he wanted to sign up and play Huey. Yeah. So
So it's not 2-2.
Yes, we are now tied up. We're doing a best of 5, bird on bird. Yeah, number 12 on the ladder. Yeah, he lost game 1. Well, then why do you need help? It sounds like you're capable of handling your own self very well. Ben, how's your day been? Are you done studying? Joke's on him, I'm dope. Yeah, right? Dread Horde versus Red Green. Are you the Dread Horde or are you the Red Green?
Alright. It's final game.
Yeah, it's final game. So for all those that are watching or will be watching on YouTube, go ahead and tell us whether you like the live playtest session, whether we want to be doing this again or not. I kind of enjoy it. I think it's pretty cool. I definitely think there's some upgrades that can be done.
Yeah. Just like setup changes. It's kind of last minute impromptu kind of deal.
Super impromptu. It kind of just fell right in my lap, and I'm like, I'm not going to pass this one up. So if you guys like it, let me know. Hit me in the comments.
Alright, I'm absolutely keeping this.
Yeah.
3 lands. Swift Spear, Lava Spike, Light Up the Stage, Metamorphose.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
I've got 2 lands, a Thing in the Ice, and a bunch of spells.
So, and this game, I'm going to play.
Yeah.
Because I started 5 games, so.
Yes. Alright.
Land.
Swifty, oofty. I'll go down to 19.
And I'll pass.
I'll draw. Kind of what we want.
Daddy.
I'll play this and I will pass.
Daddy.
Wow, why? You just eating everything? Okay.
We're going to Metamorphose.
Or go get yourself another package. Go get another package.
Lava Spike. And then with the 1 remaining mana off Metamorphose, we'll light the stage.
Woo! Woo! So I'm going to 16 here.
And then take 4.
And I'm going to 12. Ooh, my backwards 2s. Here's a practice.
Draw 5.
Yeah. And the sad thing is I'm going to go to 11, so it's irrelevant. We're going to go get an island here. We don't want to take any more damage than we need to. The next one we're probably just going to go get a mountain. Not happy about it, but we're going to do it.
So like at worst next turn, I'm like, land, electrostatic field, bolt you. You take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
So I got lucky.
6 damage.
I got lucky there.
Oh, you scoured the...
I scoured the goodie.
Nice.
So we're going to go ahead and we'll put in some more work, going down to 10. And we're going to go get our mountain.
Telling me there's a chance.
The game seat's much easier if you see all the cards, yeah. Red be like, die, 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 die.
Yeah, it's like that sometimes, you know?
Yeah, when you find your Monastery Swift Sphere on 1, it just happens.
This is a Phoenix, and this is a Sunbaked Canyon. Electrostatic Field. Testing this over Soulscar Mage. So far it's been kind of both ways. Not great, not bad.
So I'm going to play the Thing in the Ice.
Yep.
And then I'm going to pass. So what do we got? We got
land. So we have another land that we're not going to worry about right now.
Yep. So we got Big Bird in hand, and then we've got
Electrostatic Field, Bolt.
Yep, that seems
So
all right.
I think we just cast the field.
Yep.
Attack with Swift Spear.
I know there's a bolt in his hand, so I'm just not going to do anything.
So we'll bolt you
in response.
and take 2 plus trigger, so 6.
It's 6.
3,
I go to
4, 5,
4.
6.
Yeah, this is adorable. I'm at 4. I'm pretty sure I'm going to lose this frame here. So we're going to untap. We're going to draw. Another Serum Visions. I'm going to start turning off my Metamorphosing. I'm going to go blue. I'll put this at 3. We'll draw blue land.
Well, that's actually good, because that lets you flip your thing this turn.
Yep, and we're going to get back a birdie. So we're going to go 1 blue here. And we'll draw Faithless Looting, which is great. And then we'll scry 2. Lava Axe.
Unfortunately, because you have double blue, you don't have a way to cast it.
Right, I might be able to, well, let's see. Yeah, there's going to be no way I'm going to be able to cast this card at all.
Off double blue.
Yeah.
So you just have to bottom it. If you had a red, you keep it so you can kill this.
Yep.
Because, like, at the point now, even though you flip, this plus burn spell equals death.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go ahead and I think, do we want to Serum Visions here again, or do we want to opt? I think I'm going to Serum Visions again. We'll draw a card, Metamorphose, and Scry Sums. Both of these are okay. Not really, actually. Final's not going to get me much of anything.
You have one in hand already, anyways.
Oh, and then I have one in hand. So this land doesn't really matter too much because I've got this to be able to float around some red. So I think I'm going to bottom both of these. And then I'm going to play blue land.
Should be at 1.
Yes, we're at 1. I'm going to play blue land, and then I'm going to Thought Scour here.
And I'll pick up
You're going to pick up this board. I'm going to, unfortunately, miss the other bird. And then I am at 4. So bird comes back.
1 blocker is probably enough. So
I already know one's coming back. So I'm going to leave the bird there, and then we'll
7.
pop it
Put
off.
it to 13.
Yep.
Because you milled that bolt.
Yep. Unfortunately. I don't think you've taken any damage to yourself either,
Nope.
so yeah. What's pretty interesting here is like, if I knew I could, if I wasn't at 4, there is the potential I could try and kill him next turn by swinging it all out, because then I would finale again, kill his blocker, and then swing in for another 10. So that'd be a line I would like to take, but.
So I drew another bird, unfortunately. I have a line here where I just like play Bedlam Reveler, discard my hand and draw 3, and then that puts 2 birds in my yard.
That's not awful.
I could also just like recast both of these and pass. Like I can like cast this, attack with it, but he probably blocks it regardless because he can't risk any damage. So I don't ever attack with this either.
So if you're not attacking with the 1-drop, you're probably just going to go ahead and Bedlam
and have this to sack, I think, actually.
You're going to do that over the Bedlam Reveler?
Like, so if I Bedlam Reveler here...
So if you Bedlam Reveler here and you're capable of casting 3 spells next turn, you're going to get back 2 birds and a Bedlam Reveler, and that's going to be too much for me to handle.
That's fair. The other line, casting this plus this, actually takes me off Bedlam Reveler, because this doesn't put any spells
and then the rest of your hand's kind of garbage anyway.
I think just like getting the 3/4 prowess guy into play, plus putting the birds in my yard is better.
And like another play you could do is just cast bird, attack.
So I take a damage to do that, I go to 12, you block.
I'm very likely going to block. There's no way I go to 1. Now you've got a bird in the yard.
But then I still don't have a way to put it back into play yet.
Right, and your hand's hot garbage anyway.
Yeah, so I think this is fine. Just cycling my hand, putting 2 birds in the yard, and drawing 3 cards is better.
Should be better.
So I drew another bird, but that's fine because I got a looting.
Yep, and then you've got your 1-drop to go with it. So I think you're in a good shot.
So I got a 12 to do that. But well, I'll probably end up having to block with the Bedlam Reveler, depending on what I see. But so of course, surgical extraction exists.
Yes.
You just granted, if he does it, he's dead to any burn spell.
Yes, but if I were to do it now and like produce lethal this turn, which I don't think I can do with this particular frame.
Yeah, you don't have a way to clear this off the board, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, if you had another land, you could do it. Because you could Thing in the Ice... Well, not lethal, but you could get this off the board, rather, with Thing in the Ice. Because you could like Thing in the Ice, Metamorphose, Spell, and Surgical. You could actually cast Surgical without using life, because of the Metamorphose. You can make black-red.
Yes. I think I'm going to go ahead and... I'm probably just going...
You could also Finale.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Finale might be best.
What's in your yard?
I would probably use these 2.
It has to be a sorcery.
So I would probably do something like this.
Yeah, just dig.
Yeah. Try to put another bird into play would probably be the best. Swing with this. Again.
And like, I think in my case, if you were to like cast a spell pre-combat, then swing with this, and not your bird, then I just take the 7.
Correct.
And then like 2 single damage burn spells kill this, and then you die to this.
That just seems bad.
And then any like 2 damage plus burn spell kills this, and you die to this.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if you're going to cast spells pre-combat, and unless you hit multiple birds, you don't attack with the Awakened Horror.
So I attack with this
You would
one?
attack with this, because this doesn't die to a random bird spell. Like, this could die to me, like, drawing a single lava dart.
Right.
Whereas this doesn't die to anything I play, because it's a 7/6, right?
Yeah, did you beat him? Nice job, Scott.
7/5 or 7/6?
7/8.
7/8. So he's not dying to any burn spells.
Yeah.
Because if I have that much burn damage, you're dead.
Yes. At this point of the game, that is true. So I wonder if it's correct for me to try and hit another 1, 2, 3. I could probably just start with Metamorphose no matter what.
Yeah, you just, like...
And see where we go from here.
It is your only opportunity to cast Surgical without using life. Because, I have 2 birds in the yard.
Right. I just feel like at this point, I'm dead anyway, right?
Yeah. I like, any action that lets me cast multiple spells will most likely still kill you, even without the birds.
Even at 4.
Right.
So.
At 4, without the birds, multiple spells that would get the birds back probably still kills you.
Yeah. So... So we could let's see. We Metamorphose, Faithless Loot, Opt. How many cards does that touch us? 1, 2, 3, 4. Which touches us just
5.
About the same as this would. So I think I can wait for this.
Yeah, because that's always going to trigger your Phoenix.
Yep.
And it gives you more options, whereas, like, these will dig you into random information.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and cast the Metamorphose. We're
Probably do red.
Probably going to do... I was thinking of doing red-black.
Oh, okay, yeah. Since, like, it's casting another spell regardless this turn anyways, so...
I think I'm going to do the red-black, stay at 4. Draw a rando. Wunderbar. We'll do the Opt before we fake this up. And we're going to bottom that. We're going to draw. Alright, and then we're going to...
The red you loot.
I'm going to go ahead and loot with the red.
Yeah.
We're going to draw 2. Then I think we're just going to pitch these 2 here. And then with the black, we'll Surgical yours.
The bird. You actually take a bird out of my hand with that too.
Yep.
But you also see that I have Looting Swift Spear.
Yes. So I gain that knowledge there.
So that lets you know how you need to block. Or have blockers at least.
Right. And then I'll get a bird back.
And then you can attack with your 7/8. Because you have 2 blockers. And I don't have 2 burn spells. I have to draw into them. Or you can attack with both your birds and leave your 7/8 back to block this. This is more damage, and this is more resilient if I randomly have something that just somehow kills your thing.
Yeah, the question is if I swing here, it was neat adding to the Hall of Fame. Yeah, you can say you've beaten a Hall of Famer at something. So if I swing, the thing is like this is gonna be on the board, next turn anyway. So like I have to finish the game in the air.
Well, you put me on a 2-turn clock.
Well, yeah. So if I swing with this, what is the likelihood of you not blocking?
With you having double bird, I'd probably block it. Honestly. Because I probably don't, with what I have in hand and what I have in the yard, I probably don't have a way to kill both birds. So you're probably just going to block regardless anyways.
So what if you did a turn of not block, but tried to block next turn with that one, but then you've got to still deal with 2 birds?
So if you put 2 birds, because then I'm like, this or this, I'm still dead to the 2 birds.
Yeah.
So
this is 6. This is exactly lethal. Yeah, we're gonna do this one safer.
Right. This is 2-turn clock, exactly lethal, and this is harder for me to kill.
However, if you play Swift Sphere and then play
like this is you know that I have the Swift Spear.
Right. So it'd be 1,
2 into like Swift Spear
and into Bolt, and I'm just dead.
Well, you're dead to Bolt regardless. I think.
Well, at 3, no, at 3 I'm not.
Okay, you're right.
So I have to do.
You're actually dead to Swift Spear plus Lava Dart too. Yeah, because you need double blocker for double.
Yeah, I need a double blocker for the Swift Sphere. So
because it's like Bolt, Lava Dart, or Lava Spike.
Right. Yeah. So in the scenario that
because I have the Swift Spear because of the Surgical.
In the scenario that you choose not to block, I still have to swing at this because I need 2 blockers.
Right.
So I'm gonna do that.
Because I think I'm dead next turn regardless, because that puts me to 5 and I'm dead to the double Arclight Phoenix, I just don't block. Because my only way of winning is to kill you this turn anyways, and this will increase my odds.
Yes.
Get shot.
Should do it.
You're at 4, right?
You're going to 5.
Yeah, I'll be at 5. So first we're gonna lead with Swift Spear.
Yep.
Then we're gonna loot. Prowse.
I wonder if it was correct to... No, then you tap out, so never mind, yeah.
So, had I... The other line is to like... No, I think I still have to just always looting here.
Yep. I think you whiffed, basically, here.
Because I hit that land.
Yeah.
I mean, I still have one more draw, technically. So I...
Well, you have to discard 2
Right,
cards.
because I'm going to discard these 2, crack the Sunbait Canyon, draw a card.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like, because I have to have the land.
Yep.
And I'm still 1 damage off.
Yeah, I think you probably wanted to go down the burn route and not cast this. You wanted to burn me.
So if I hadn't cast this, you were dead.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So that was 1 more mana.
Because then you would have been able to keep the gut shot.
And I would have been able to discard this,
yes.
and you were dead to 4.
Yeah, you should have tried the burn
You're
route
right,
instead.
Yep. So at 4, I don't like, and you have 2 blockers. I'm probably not clearing a blocker anyway, right?
Yep.
Well, actually, wait. Hitting the lava spike there because I casted this, right? That puts this to 3. Yeah, even if I lava spike one of these, that's still not big enough. Because these are the only spells I've cast, right? Because I cracked the Sunbait Canyon.
Yep.
Like,
I'm pretty sure Lava Spike's only the player anyway, so.
Yeah, you're right. Yep. So that's something just good to note. Specifically, if you're at 4, I probably just direct everything at your face and don't worry about playing creatures.
Yep. Yeah, I think at that point you become the burn deck.
Yep, you're right. I mean, it is a burn deck.
Somewhere in its core, there's a burn there.
Those surgicals coming in clutch.
Yes.
It's like the difference from like literally losing next turn to, oh wait, now I'm not losing next turn.
Right. Right,
so far, Electrostatic Field has been, like, it's been good in one spot, and then just like a creature in every other spot.
The couple cards that I'm running, the Sinkhole was good.
Yeah, it was good.
I definitely think Sinkhole is probably a mainstay, and then the Outlet was just the 1 card. So
yeah, like you saw it once or twice, and it actually was bad because you're playing against the burn deck.
Mm-hmm.
So like you never really wanted to play it. You'd always rather play it like the Spiral Bluff Canals and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If you're playing against a slower, more grindy deck, then it would have been the better option. Or it would have been a fine option to have in deck, is what I should say. Alright. So what are you doing now? Putting together the
we're gonna jam a little bit of the old
the Warrior Karn deck.
Old Warrior Prison deck.
This is probably a matchup where Electrostatic Field is gonna be a little bit better.
Probably.
Because like even if I can't attack, it still gets through like Ensnaring Bridge and stuff like that.
Yep. Absolutely.
So like that actually kind of shows one of the valid points that my friend had made, was that the Electrostatic Field, like in matchups where it can just die to anything your opponent has removal wise anyways, it's the same as Soulscar Mage usually, in that you just usually don't want to cast it. It's just better if you're tied on mana.
Mm-hmm.
Worse, or Soulscar Mage is better if you're tied on mana, but worse mid to late game. Because like there's a couple spots there where like that turn where I played the Bedlam Reveler, if I had just drawn a Lava Dart for turn, you're dead, you know? Or a Bolt for turn, you're dead. Without ever having to attack, without any chance involved. Because I just play the Electrostatic Field and Bolt you. Or Electrostatic Field, Lava Dart you take 1, sack a land, Lava Dart you take 2, and that would have been 4 damage. And Soul Scar Mage doesn't do that. It doesn't have haste, stuff like that.
The only upside to it is it costs 1 mana and it has the ability to like control the board a tad.
Right. Yep.
Which is
In weird spots where like
shrinking a thing in the ice is pretty significant.
yeah,
at
like
times.
you attack with it if they block, and it's a 3 toughness, and maybe you kill it with a bolt, or shooting it with a bolt and it has 1 toughness. It's a good card. It's definitely a good card. So, there's pros and cons to both.
Alright, we're gonna do best of 3 of this one.
Alright.
I need the torture.
Even odd.
Odd.
Okay. Alright, so I have land, Swift Spear, Faithless Looting, Bird, Lava Dart, Gut Shot, so I'm keeping.
Right? I've got a pile.
Well, those are cards.
Yep, they're cards.
Those
They
are
do
magic
stuff.
cards.
They do stuff. There's no chalice in here and there's no stirring, so I'm curious as to whether this is actually a keep. Like, this might be something
Are those the
pick.
kind of cards you're always looking for turn 1 in this deck?
Yep.
Like, no matter the matchup?
For the most part, yeah. I mean, I am able to play a lot, which is important. So
And you have 2 mana for the Ensnaring Bridge? Or is that 3?
it is 3 mana,
it's
so I'm
3.
currently passing one. So I'm going to go ahead and ship it back.
I think, like, if with Ensnaring Bridge being in your hand, that's nice, but being able to play a bunch of cards that don't actually do anything doesn't actually matter.
Yeah.
So, like, you want some action either early or something impactful that's good in a lot of matchups, like the Chalice or something along those lines.
Right. This hand's a little more hot garbagey. Alright, well. We'll keep this, we'll scry. There's a bridge. I don't think you ever ship a bridge back.
Yeah. Too many creatures in Modern.
Right, and did I win that one or did
You did.
Oh,
So you
right.
can play.
So I'm going to pop both of these down and we'll play an island.
And you don't want to sack this yet because you want the Metalcraft.
Correct, go ahead.
We drew another bird, so he's dead. Swift Spear won you.
Ouch!
Pass.
Alright, I'm going to draw this bridge, to which then I will just play this Glimmer Void.
Like, these are the hands that you, like, that make this deck good.
Yep.
And it's the reason to play it over burn.
Yep.
Because, like, I play Faithless Looting, Browse Trigger, draw 2, discard 2 birds, play a land, Lava Dart him, Browse Trigger,
Ow.
Gut Shot him, Browse
Ow.
Trigger, and then get 2 birds.
Yep.
So
Sounds
he
about
takes
right.
4, 10, 12 damage this turn. Actually, I have 2 lands in hand. I'm almost going to sack this Lava Dart, or this land, and cast another Lava Dart for another Prowess Trigger.
Yep.
So it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 damage this turn.
Sure.
It's because of the...
So what did I take last turn? I took 2 or what?
You took 1 the previous turn.
19 and 14 puts me to 5.
Yeah, because 1 previous turn. This turn is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
12, 13. So it's
Alright, you took 1 last turn, right?
5,
This turn was
8.
play land, looting,
Yep.
1 trigger, Lava Dart you,
Yeah, this is
Second trigger.
This gets 4.
Gut Shot you with my life,
Mm-hmm.
trigger, Lava Dart again, trigger. So that's 4 triggers, 1, 2, 3 damage. So 3, 8, 6, 14.
Okay, I'm at 5. He is down to land.
Yep, but I have 2 in hand, so
Yep.
that's okay.
And then
pass.
I'm going to pass and we're going to draw the goods. I'll jam a bridge.
Yep.
Go ahead.
And Morphos, land, Morphos, cast Electrostatic Field, pass. Off the mana from the...
Right, I'm thinking. So it's a chalice. That's not a bad one to have here. It's
because
just,
you can chalice for 1. Like, it doesn't stop the damage from this, because it's on cast trigger,
right.
but it's like, it's better than just dying to a bolt.
And there is no difference at this point between Like this is gonna get in through 1. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the chalice on 1.
Could I have attacked last turn? How many cards did you have in your hand?
I had 1.
So I couldn't have attacked this because
You
I
could've-
cast.
You could have won, but then you played.
I would have had to attack first
Yep.
and then do it. Yeah. So
Yep.
I could have hit you for 1.
So we're gonna play.
Which is relevant because that means you would have been dead to like bolt if you didn't draw the chalice.
Mm-hmm. So we're gonna go ahead and put this on 1.
Yep. You have 1 card in hand.
And I have Uno card in hand. There's 1 on here.
And something neat to note with an instant, I can attack with this, then cast instant spells and hit you for 2.
Mm-hmm.
Because it just says I can't attack.
Yep. And then I'll pass.
Sunbait Canyon. Actually, yeah, I won't because I want to be able to cast an instant spell.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna crack the Sunbait Canyon, take damage. So I'm at 17. It's another bird. That doesn't matter. Attack you for 1.
All right, I go 2-4.
And I'm gonna spend my mana and loot,
And then I just
and
counter.
you'll take 1.
Yep. Down to 3.
I'll pass. So yeah, this card really shining in a matchup where your opponent, like, you can't attack into them.
Go ahead and play Karn.
Yep.
We're gonna tick up on nothing. And I'll say pass.
No cards in it?
No cards in.
Do your life?
3.
Dead to Lava Spike?
Counter it.
Trigger.
So I got a 2.
Yep. Pass. Actually, I could have Faithless sitting there. Is that better than playing the Lava Spike?
It still gets countered.
I know, but just like keeping this in hand in case I guess it doesn't matter. Like
Well, you
this
discard
is
both
better
of
on my mana. Because if I draw another 1 mana spell, then I can cast both in 1 turn.
Were you gonna discard both the cards in your hand?
Not if you counter it.
Well, yeah, sure.
So yeah, I just flash this
Okay.
back. It's worth the same amount of damage this turn. I'm like, I can do it again next turn if I have to.
Mhm.
So
So what's neat here is land.
means Mycosynth.
Yes.
Right.
So I was trying to figure out whether the only problem is like if I do this and draw 2 cards this turn.
And you can't play both for whatever reason, then this gets through.
This gets through, yeah.
I think it's still worth trying
To what? Hit the 1 lander?
to hit the land, because the land means you win.
Well, no, like
right?
this is gonna get through no matter what. Like this can attack.
Oh, you're right, yeah. Because it like if you play the Mycosynth, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Huh.
I still go to like 1 though, and then I'll be.
So you just have to
hopefully
naturally
empty.
draw the land, huh?
Yeah. So let's see if I hit 2 and then like I'm definitely gonna be able to play 1, but if I hit 2 lands I'm just dead anyway. But I think I'm dead no matter what. So if I hit the Mycosynth, of course there's also.
Because you're at what? You're at 2.
Yeah, I'm at 2. There's also Spell Skite in the board. Does Spell Skite change anything? Not really. You just
Most of my
cast 2
spells that would do damage is just
Yeah,
there to trigger.
this is the end. This
Yeah.
is the end all be all. So let's say if I hit land, play Lattice, you attack me for 1.
Then you're dead to any spell. And I have.
Well, you can't cast
Well,
spells.
you're right. So then you need another answer.
Well, then I just have to empty my hand.
Right.
So like
if you
runner
cast
runner
Lattice-
land kills me,
Right.
or because let's see, let's put this at what it truly is. It's at 6. Shattering Spree, right? I'm just thinking. Let's see. So if I hit runner land, I think it's right to pop this.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna pop this. We're gonna draw 2. I'm gonna look at your top card. Oh boy. That was a good one. All right. So I'll draw 1. I drew the land, and I'll draw 2, which is another land. So we pop land, and then we'll go get Lattice, which I don't have here, but it's known.
Which means I just need you to
Hit
fade a land. Or fade another draw step, yeah.
Yep. And this goes down to
3.
4.
It's -2 or
It's
-3?
only -2.
Nice.
So we'll get Lattice, and then I'll pass it back. I go 1.
That's the turn.
Funny enough, if you're able to get a Lava Dart into play,
Yeah.
into the graveyard, you can kill me.
Right, but don't see how I'm doing that. And I take 8 turns.
Yeah, and just
Go
draw
to
them
hand
all.
step and discard it. And clean up, you know. That's how I do it.
Yeah, right. All right, so I'll play the land.
Is that a?
I did draw. I did.
do.
Yeah, it's do Revelet.
So Academy Ruins do anything? No.
Actually, I could put this back on top, and then like I've got the lock. Instead of actually drawing this, but I also
How do you
have
put it on top?
Academy Ruins. Just tap this, put this back on top.
Oh, yeah, that's probably correct.
That's
yes.
good, correctly. We're just gonna do this, even though I do have. I'll draw this for turn, and then we'll play this.
Well, you already had the reveal it, so you draw this for turn.
Yeah, yeah. I'll play this, draw this for turn, play it. Taps like that, and then.
So this gives you a whole other turn.
Yeah. Currently, you're locked down.
Right. But next turn, when you, because you're gonna have to take this up, and if you hit land again.
Why am I taking this up?
Or well, okay, so because we know you have a land. Well, you don't know you have a land up top, but you can't activate the Academy Ruins.
My hand's empty.
Right. I know. I'm trying to figure out. I understand I can't attack because your hand's empty.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll just draw and pat. Oh, play land. Well, no. Do I want to play lands? Because I can't activate this. Yeah, I'm not playing anything. Because my way to win here is to get to 8 cards in hand with a Lava Dart, discard Lava Dart, cast it.
Yep.
So pass.
Actually, my play last turn was to go down from 4 to 2.
Yeah.
And
If you do that, then I can attack you. Oh, you cast Spell Save. Yeah, that's fine. Sure.
alright, and then that should block out the Lava Dart.
I mean, I can still cast Lava Dart.
I can still redirect it.
Right, but it still triggers. Doesn't matter.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I just need to be able to cast any spell ever for any reason.
Right.
Any instant or sorcery spell in my deck.
Well, Lava Dart's gonna get countered.
Doesn't matter. It still triggers.
Oh yeah. That's.
That was the whole point.
We're on this thing being the problem.
We're
Not-
on me seeing Lava Dart before you somehow beat me.
Right. Okay. Which will take all day.
A long time.
Yes.
And you actually can't do Inu up Rivulet to deck me because that finds Lava Dart.
Yes. Correct. So I'll draw.
Do you have a way to gain life?
Yes.
Okay, well that's something.
I'm gonna find it.
It's the Aether, or the Founded, right?
Inventor's Fair.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You're not playing the sort of the meat combo?
Nope.
Because that's a way to gain life.
Yes.
Academy Ruins doesn't sacrifice itself when you put an artifact on top?
Mm-mm.
That's really cool.
Yeah, that's really sweet.
For anybody that doesn't know, I haven't played much Modern, at least not recently.
How many Lava Darts you play?
3.
I can.
We've seen 1, right?
First
No,
I would-
you haven't seen any yet.
All right, so we're gonna go up to 4, or up to 3 here.
Yeah. Sure you don't want a -2?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure.
What would you like to make a creature?
Oh no, I'm good.
Daddy.
no creatures necessary here. Go ahead. Yes.
I'm still hungry.
We're gonna go bed here.
I'm just kidding.
That's
Zip it.
Alright, so on tap, draw. Ancient Strings will get countered,
yep. So it takes it out of your hand.
which is fine. So we'll get that countered.
No.
No triggers there. No triggers there. Being that I haven't updated my sideboard, I'm not gonna go get this Jester's Cap and ruin your day.
And it's just kind of funny to think, like, we're only in this position because this card's in the deck.
Yes. Otherwise, this match would be 100% over. I'm trying to think of like another card that I haven't updated my sideboard, so I should be playing a different card in my sideboard.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what it is, but
The only other way I win was if you like mill all of my Lava Darts and you're at 3 and I hit you for 3 with Lava Darts
Right,
and,
right,
you don't,
right.
and you haven't gained life yet, you know?
I'll pass it off.
I'll start playing cards once I get to 7 in hand.
Right? Okay, this shuts it down. Goodbye.
Alright, yeah, there
All
we
right.
go.
It gets countered. It's fine.
Oh, it does. You're right. I thought it was 2 mana.
Actually, at this point, are you ready for this?
Turn your Chalice
So
into
I'm
a
gonna turn my
creature.
Chalice into a creature. It dies, and then I'll just play it.
Then you have to Inventor's Fair, put Chalice on top because... Well, no.
Well, you can't cast spells anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. so this will do it. It's irrelevant for me to have a chalice.
I tried.
I'm at one. I'm at one.
I was at had 6 cards in hand. My 7th card, 8th card, 9th card, 10th card. Nope. 1 life.
1 life.
That's the only life that matters.
Yep.
All right.
If you're not dead, you can still win the game.
I'll be able to play.
All right.
Dang, Craft Digger's Cage. Shoot. How you gonna have these perfect answers for my smallest potential line of victory?
Yeah, I should have popped that.
Man, I had a really good hand too.
Yeah,
And
you
you're
did.
just like, oh,
Yep,
bridge.
Yeah, this is if this isn't enough for people to tell you how good bridge is in the format right now, I don't know what to tell you.
Huh. I don't know if this hand's very good. It's good. Good poker hand.
Is it a
Bird, dart, spike.
Yeah, you gotta ship that.
Yeah.
That's one of
No
those.
prowess creature.
Yeah, it's one of those no prowess.
It makes you
creatures.
feel like it's a real hand because
Yep.
there's lands and spells,
Yep.
but
All right. Well, I'm gonna keep it. I have a turn 2 chalice on 1. If I draw another 0 or a 1-drop, I have a chalice on 1.
you have 2 lanes. Inventor's Fair Spire.
Yeah.
Right?
So if I draw a 1, yeah, if I draw a 1-drop, I have a chalice on 1 here.
Oh, on turn 1. Yeah.
Yeah, turn. I have it on 2 definitely.
Yeah.
It looks fine. You've got your
Yeah.
prowess creature. That's what you asked for. So the gut
Shot.
shot. Gut shot's probably not
It
good
triggers
enough.
the light of the stage.
What is this?
Some big canyon.
canyon. So you've got what, 3 lands?
Like, I can do this 2, and then on 3, without using any mana, I'm able to gut shot and then play light of the stage. But assuming you don't counter it, obviously.
Right,
But
yeah. I mean, that's fine.
It's, like, guaranteed to, like, find me more cards, so I think that's
Yeah.
fine. So, like, land pass.
Alright. And I'll go ahead and draw another word. So I did not hit it, but I will go ahead and play this one, and then I'll play these 2 here. And go ahead.
Pass.
Island was great. We'll put a chalice on 1.
Yep.
And go ahead.
Light of the stage for trigger.
Yep. So I go to 19 here.
Pass, and I take 1, I go to 19.
So we're at 19 all.
Yep.
I will untap draw. Ancient Stirrings. That's a dead draw at the moment. Definitely going to play the Fair, which probably is going to shut this game down. So
Well,
I go.
that makes green because you have 3, right?
What?
So that's not a dead draw. Oh, yeah. You're right.
Yeah, whatever. Alright, so I'll make a blue.
I'm not used to things just always being countered.
I'll cast this. Make another blue. I don't even have to make another blue. I don't even have to cast this. So we'll just make the blue here. And then we'll go ahead and word for 3.
Oh, it's got Convoke?
Yep.
For artifacts?
Improvise, yeah. We're going to go ahead and word for 3.
Get bridge.
We'll get the bridge.
Poopy.
Yep. My turn 3 bridge. Just normal. And then I'll pass it off.
Bird attack.
Yep. I take 3. I'm
ahead.
actually going to take 1 from this as well. So we're at 18. Minus 3 makes it 15.
Return.
Alright. And then my turn's probably going to consist of
Getting less than 3 cards in your hand.
something like that. I'm actually going to go straight to 0. I'm going to word for 4 here.
Double war hands are pretty good, huh?
Yeah. I don't want another bridge. We'll get the bottom cloister.
Daddy.
So you always have 0.
I always have 0.
That's essentially all this stuff that it does, right?
Yep. Well, it draws me an extra card per turn.
Oh, okay.
And then I will pass it back.
What?
1 second.
Metamorphose trigger.
Sure. We're supposed to get our life faster, so we're back up to 16.
cast another bird.
Sure.
Lava spike countered. And I'll take one to do that. 18. You took one from the trigger though. So
15.
15. Yes.
Alright, upkeep.
Probably no way I win by drawing 15 spells and having them all countered. So
Yeah. Upkeep, I'll go to 4 or back up to 16.
does Inventor's Fair?
Because of Inventor's Fair.
What is it like? If you have 5 or more artifacts, you just gain a bunch of life.
I believe it's only 3. Yeah, 3.
Yeah, so I'm not beating that when my only clock is the like I could draw like running electrostatic fields into
Hi,
like
Pippin.
3 mana spells or
Mhm.
something, but it's probably not gonna happen.
Yeah, and then I'm just going to go ahead and draw 2 cards this turn. We'll play an island and pass it back.
Metamorphose trigger.
Mhm.
Electrostatic field. Sack the Sunbaked Canyon. Draw a card. Play a Sunbaked Canyon. Crack it. Draw a card. Pass.
You're doing all kinds of things over there. I'm going to go ahead and end step. I'm going to get this field. We're going to go ahead and start trying to get this game over with for the most part. This guy's not supposed to be in there. I scooped it up. And when I say I'm going to get this game over with, I'm going to go ahead and just start searching my whole deck for... there's a Crucible Worlds that's supposed to be in here. I figured out one of the cards that's supposed to be here. So I'm interfering for Crucible Worlds. Cheer. Cheer. And then I will draw 2 cards per turn. Double Whirs.
Do 2 more war?
Yeah.
What is this garbage?
What is this garbage, right? And then I'll play an Inventor's Fair out of the graveyard.
Sure.
From my Crucible Worlds. And... there you go.
Good shot. Countered. Lava Dart countered.
So I'll take 4 here, go
Lava
to
Dart,
11.
take 6.
And then I'll go to 9.
I don't think there's any reason to hold the spells. Like,
No.
at least I can cast them right now.
You're good. And then
pass.
I'll go to 10 on my upkeep. I'll draw 2.
I wasn't bad for my cat. All my spells getting countered.
Right, right.
Like, the only reason to hold them is if I'm expecting to draw more electrostatic fields, and that's
Right.
just like unlikely.
Yeah, I found Big Poppy.
Which means I lose.
For the most part, yes.
Because I can't kill you next turn. And then you just search your dumb lattice thing. You don't because you have 6 mana in play already, so you just find lattice pass because I can't kill you.
Yeah. So next turn I'll get the lattice.
Shattering Spree.
Yeah. And then it'll just be all over. Well, this was pretty sweet.
Yeah, sideboard makes a big difference, obviously, in this matchup for both players.
Yes, and,
Like-
and even so much for as in our other games that we played as well. So.
Yeah, I think Shatterstorm is probably. I don't know. A lot of that list weren't playing it, but I just feel like it's a really good card.
Yeah, it's really hard. A lot of decks started playing it, and then they kind of dropped it off because people couldn't play around it anymore. But all that other fun stuff. But it's been a good time. I definitely enjoyed this.
It was fun.
I definitely kind of want to do this again. I think it was pretty neat. Again, if you guys enjoyed this or whatnot, leave it in the comments. Let us know how much you liked it. Other than that, I think we're going to call it a night as far as the stream wise. With all that being said, I appreciate you guys for being here. I appreciate Marcus for coming up here and doing this little impromptu funness. I wish you guys all a great rest of your night. For everyone that's viewing this, you guys are great. Other than that, that'll call us on for the night. You guys have a good one.
Peace.